Hello Fun Army! So today, doing something a little bit different. Netflix are doing this global fan event. It's the first one they've ever done, so I don't quite know what to expect, but it's going to be live streaming on the YouTube momentarily. And I thought we'd do a bit of reacting today. So the sort of things I think we can expect are updates on upcoming shows, some exclusive interviews, so I'm expecting maybe a bit of Witcher stuff, a bit of Shadow and Bone, I think some Stranger Things, but yeah, ultimately it's going to be a mixed bag of I don't know what's coming, so let's react as we go, see how it makes us feel, but overall quite excited. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's a countdown of like 8 minutes? 8 minutes. Great. I've actually just put it on mute because it's like they're playing this hold music and it's really not interesting. The worst hold music known to, well, actually probably not the worst. It's not like dentist or lift music, but it's pretty bad, generic. So yeah, we'll just sit and await something actually happening. But yeah, it's counting down 7 minutes. I don't know what's happened, whether they're having some issues with their timings or whether it was always meant to go live at like 10 to 5. Like originally they said it was going live at 4 and it's supposed to be running for 3 hours. So yeah, I'm really not sure what's happening and how much of it is actually live and how much of it is obviously pre-recorded and they just want to stream it live. So yeah, so why that should shift the timings necessarily, I don't know. Just going to wait really not patiently to see what's coming up. 3 minutes to go. Ooh, 30 seconds, here we go. Ooh, need to remember to turn the sound back on. Otherwise it's gonna be like, ta-da! Oh, so they just said Bridgerton, Umbrella Academy, Cobra Kai. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Sometimes that's a good thing. No, don't know what that is. Don't look up. Sounds creepy. Extraction sounds creepier. Oh, and so much more. Thanks, Netflix. Oh, The Witcher. Oh my god. It's going so fast. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, longest intro ever, featuring everyone who's ever started a Netflix show. Maybe that's the point. It started off quite funny. The basic, the premise is that the Tudum from Netflix is missing, and that's what they're discussing right now. At length, using everyone who's ever started a Netflix show. Oh, there's that girl from Bridgerton. There's that guy from Bridgerton. We've had the Cobra Kai guys already. Here come the Stranger Things folk. It all started with Millie Bobby Brown, whose accent is still mixed, although I'm fairly sure she's supposed to be British. There's Lily Collins. Wearing massive pearls, presumably fake. Who's this guy? Don't know. Back to Lily Collins. Great. Don't know who this guy is either. I watch a lot of Netflix. Maybe these guys are just happen to be from shows I haven't watched. I guess they're spanning the whole spectrum. I think this is supposed to be a family event. Yeah, I don't know who. There's so many people here, I don't know who they are. And I don't know if it's like me because I haven't watched particular shows, or if they're actually just, you know, Gen Z personalities who, because I'm not Gen Z, I don't know about. Okay, oh, I think we're going now. I think we're going. Okay, come on. Okay, so they're just talking about what's coming up in the first hour. So we've got some Stranger Things. She's standing in the way of the title of this next one, so I don't know what it is. It looked like it was Spanish, though. Okay, great. What's coming up after that, love? The Harder They Fall. Interesting. Don't know anything about this. Then Bridgerton. Exciting. And it's going to be the next season based on book 2, so slightly different focus in terms of characters. Oh my god, Cobra Kai, The Witcher, Umbrella Academy, yes, 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 yes. And then something called Extraction and The Sandman. Oh! What's the name of this? Maybe she said it out loud and I can't hear, but it's a film with The Rock, the lady who plays Wonder Woman, whose name is escaping me right now, and Ryan Reynolds. It looks amazing. It's Red something. Red. I'll look it up and insert it in. Oh, are we going in? Are we going in? Oh, okay. Hold. Oh, The Rock's introducing. It's called The Red Notice, and we're about to watch a sneaky clip, which is exciting because it looks so good. I mean, obvious, but good. So it's going to be like sexy/funny based on who we've got. Gal Gadot, that's the name of the woman. She's great. I love her. I just couldn't remember her name. And Gal is now kicking their asses. You go, girl. She's so bad. Oh my god, how high did her leg go? She's so badass. I wonder how many of her own stunts she did. I know she did quite a lot of stunts in Wonder Woman. Oh, The Rock is just breaking glass cases. And Ryan Reynolds is failing. Like, genuinely, clearly going to be quite obvious in terms of where it goes, but like, the combination of The Rock and Ryan Reynolds is always genius. And then having a sassy ass-kicking female, good combo, good combo. Okay, now we're getting some vox pops from fans about which series they've been loving from the past couple of years. Mentions of Tiger King, naturally. Bridgerton season 1. Totally with you girls. Awesome fan art, nice. Oh, lots of TikToks. Oh, Extraction. Oh, it's a Chris Hemsworth thing. Gotcha. Atypical, haven't seen that yet. Sex Education, season 3 has just come out. I am not up to date, but I'm working on it. Stranger Things. Actually, I don't think I've watched the end of the last season. I have to get on that. I thought I'd completed all of Netflix, but clearly not. What's next? Oh, here comes the Stranger Things bit. We're about to get an exclusive preview of something creepy from the next season. Great. Okay, interesting. It's some sort of flashback. We're looking at like a 50s household. Oh, and now we're back at the house, modern day, and all of the kids are there. Well, not all of the kids, some of the kids. And it's all dusty, so they're looking for something. Creeptastic. There's lots of particles of shit in the air. This doesn't bode well. The upside down, man. The upside down. 2022. Bum 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 bum. Cool. Okay, that was it. Okay, so these are quite short snippets of things. So what's coming up now is La Casa de Papel. I said that really Frenchly, but I think it's supposed to be Spanish. I don't know how to do a Spanish accent, so I won't. That'll just be even more embarrassing. Looks like it's about a football team. Or certainly a team. There are masks involved. Looks pretty creepy. And there's a very beardy guy presenting. I wonder if it's a lockdown beard or if it's like his normal beard. It does look fairly well groomed, a bit scraggly on the bottom, but otherwise it's shaped. Right, they're going to show us a little bit, so let's see what it's actually about. Oh, not in any way football. The outfits I was seeing are, they look a bit like hazmat suits actually. they're talking about the professor being gone. So is it a bit sci-fi, or is it like future apocalyptic? Oh no, it's like that episode of Drag Race when they can't say apocalyptic. Yeah, is it an apocalyptic future situation? I don't know. They're just kind of having a chat amongst themselves, but they're in like a room that looks like it's been exploded. They're all wearing these red jumpsuit type things, and they've got like protective vests on. Oh, they're talking about committing a heist. I'm really confused about what this is about then. Maybe I should read a synopsis. And they're planning to take hostages. Yeah, okay. Not gonna lie, doesn't really seem like it's gonna be my sort of thing. Like I'm not a big fan of like crimey stuff. Like murder mystery, yes. Fantasy sci-fi, yes. Apocalyptic future, yes. But like general, we're gonna go and rob something or put a plan together, not really my thing. What's now? Now, these are very quick snippets. I thought there was going to be a lot more interviewing, but I guess this is just the first hour then is running through what's coming up and showing some quick clips. Because I guess how long is this taking? Maybe well actually maybe the clips are about 3 or so minutes long, and then you've got a little bit of blurb. But yeah, it's not like a lot of chatting or anything. So maybe there's more chatting coming later. Now we're watching a clip from Ozark. I've not seen any of this yet. It's supposed to be good, but I don't know. Again, I don't know much about it, so let's have a look. Oh, here's Jason Bateman. He's covered in blood. Super. Bodes well. Laura Linney, also covered in blood. I am so none the wiser. It was literally just, here's Jason Bateman covered in blood. Here's Laura Linney covered in blood. And they're both like mopping each other up. And then there's dramatic music. I'm guessing it probably makes more sense if you've seen some of what happened previously. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Right, now we've got The Harder They Fall. Another one I don't know anything about. Ooh, so it's an Idris Elba thing. Ooh, interesting. So it's like a Western? Actually, some of the pictures they're showing look like Wild Wild West, which was not a great film, but it sounds like they've got a really good writer and director on this, or certainly the cast are pleased with them, so it's gonna be fun. Really good cast, actually. Oh, we're getting a clip now. Getting a clip. Okay, this is really cool. So the director's saying that he basically has built this film around all these people of colour who really existed in the Old West. And he said they were obviously all scattered throughout the Old West. So in his film, he's brought them all together in one place to tell their story. It looks amazingly shot. Like, just beautiful filmic, like really making it focused on the story and not on sort of, I guess, sometimes either the extreme cheese or the extreme violence you get with Western movies. Costumes look amazing as well. And lots of like location shooting as well, not just sets by the look of it. Amazing. Okay, yes, very excited about this. This is coming up 3rd of November, I think it said. And randomly Jay-Z's involved. I'm not sure what he was doing, whether he was producing or writing or quite what, but cool, okay. What's next? What's next? A lot of still to come. This main presenter lady is pretty funky. I've never seen her before, but her name is Lily Singh. Coming up later, The Witcher. Yes. Okay, chatting about documentaries now. The Blackpink documentary is really good. They've also got the Beyonce one and the Lady Gaga one. So they're just chatting now about some upcoming music-focused documentaries, which is nice. I don't always watch those actually, but it's nice to hear people's backstory and everything they've been through. Like quite often, there's so much that you don't see. Like all the work that people put in before they get to a point where you know their name. Oh, here we go. Here's the bit on sex education. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Hope this doesn't have spoilers. I'm not caught up. Okay, so they're just talking a bit about season 3. Looks like actually one of the guys got to direct some episodes, which is pretty darn cool. Some good shirts. Actually, like, really good oversized shirt on this side and then really good trousers on the other side. Not that I judge people by what they're wearing. I just appreciate nice clothes or colourful clothes or funky clothes. I know nothing about fashion. I'm sort of not having to listen to this bit. I think there are spoilers for season 3. I'm not there yet, guys. I'm not there yet. Okay, this one is definitely dangerous. They're talking about stuff we haven't watched yet. Hashtag spoilers. Ooh, they're talking about season 4 now. It's coming back for season 4. Okay, that's good. I just need to catch up first. Do you know what they should have done? Is include, like, comfort breaks. This is going on for 3 hours, and I don't know if, like, after the first hour they are gonna have some kind of, like, BRB. Because, you know, it's tea time, number one. I could quite do with going to the loo, but what I don't want to do, like, they sort of keep saying, like, coming up, Umbrella Academy, Cobra Kai, Bridgerton, and I don't want to miss any of those things. So how do I balance that with also needing to go to the loo and eat something? What do we do? Other than, like, jump over, because, like, I've got a puff right there, a footstool. So, and a fan right there, and my camera right here. So I'm gonna have to, like, leap over it to get anywhere anyway. Like, my kitchen is down that end, so at least I wouldn't be very far away, but, like, to get back in front of A, the TV, and B, the camera, is not like I can just be like... And the bathroom's all the way over there. What are you gonna do? Did you think about this, Netflix? Like, it would be fine if they were doing that after an hour, and in fact, that would be pretty cool. But I don't know. I guess it's no different to when you're watching something on Twitch and you just kind of have to leave and hope that you don't miss anything too exciting, but still, this is moving so quickly. Like, they spend quite a bit of time on the documentary stuff, but otherwise, most of the programs are only sort of getting 5 to 7 minutes, I would say, each. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna come back. And then if it's still not any of the ones I'm waiting for, I might start on my tea. Wish me luck. All is well, I made it. Haven't started tea yet, but... Okay, I'm still safe, so I'm just gonna run and do my tea and hope that all is still well. Oh, here comes Bridgerton, here comes Bridgerton! I'm gonna have to be quiet whilst I watch this and report back afterwards. Okay, it was super cool. There was a cast Q&A. There was a secret clip from the 2nd season. It was so good. So we got to meet 2 of the new main characters, and there were 2 of the previous characters who were coming back for season 2. Lots of really cool stuff, so that was really exciting. And now, we've lost Lily Singh. She's finished her hour, and now we've got Finn and Caleb, 2 of the actors from Stranger Things, who are heading up the next hour. So yeah, lots of stuff coming. It looks like they're about to start talking about the Sandman, which I know nothing about, so Oh cool, Neil Gaiman thing. So he's the author and exec producer on this. Super. Sounds like it could be creepy slash funky then. Oh okay, so it's from one of his comics. This looks like epic fantasy. Weird intro from Tom Sturridge though. He seemed really spaced out. I hope he's okay. Unless he was trying to like pull some character through into his intro. Like, is his character supposed to be quite spacey perhaps? I don't know. Oh, and Charles Dance. Charles Dance is just epic in anything that he does. He's pretty much always Charles Dance, but you know. Wow. This does look funky. When is this out? Okay, so now we've got Kirby Howell-Baptiste, who's playing the character Death, opposite Tom Sturridge. Now she's not talking weirdly. Maybe he's just, I don't know, maybe he was just having a moment. I've not really seen him speak that much, but he definitely seemed a little bit like not entirely comfortable. I totally just over-poached my poached eggs because I was too busy trying to watch this at the same time. All the pressure. Next thing you know, the doorbell will go, so fingers crossed I can get through my food. I think we're having an anime, they keep advertising an anime focus, and then we haven't, okay, yes, it is going to be an anime focus now, okay, so I'm going to eat rather than talk right now. So I was watching the anime section whilst eating my dinner, so I couldn't chat, but one of the things that I think is really great about Netflix is how they've just made like international programs a lot more accessible to people. Like, I guess like if you had Sky subscriptions in the past, you could access certain things, but there's just so much more now, and it's not just the anime, the manga. You are getting lots of world cinema and you know, TV programs from the Nordics and stuff like stuff that you would just never have had access to before, and some really interesting stuff as well. So as much as we never really want to see big corporations taking over the world, definitely what I've seen from Netflix has been the most progressive of those out there at the moment, and that's just really great to see. Ooh, here comes Cobra Kai! Sneak preview. Lots of overacting in the round-up to the sneak preview. Great, they're making use of a montage. Love it. They really know their audience. That's what's so great about Cobra Kai. It is extreme cheese with obvious plot lines, but they just tap into the whole 80s, 90s hilarity and just run with it. And just run with it. And it looks just as good, like super cheese-tastic, so much bands going on between Johnny and Daniel-san. It looks like they're bringing in some more new old characters as well, so that's gonna be epic. So that's coming 31st of December apparently, so that'll be a nice like New Year treat. Ooh, next up it looks like we have Chris Hemsworth covered in blood. What's this? Is it called Extinction? Is that what definitely began with an EX. It's not looking good for him. He's bleeding a lot. How hasn't he passed out yet? I'm still not even sure where he is. Oh, I thought he was in some sort of war zone, but it now looks like he's on a bridge. He's on a bridge with lots of vehicles aflame. And he's clutching his neck. There's blood coming out of his mouth. He's clearly about to fall over the barrier. Yep, there he goes. There he goes. Into the river. Oh, hey. Don't know how he didn't hit one of the pillars holding the bridge up. Is anyone going to rescue him? Nope, he's just sitting at the bottom of the river. Okay. What's going to happen now? He's opened his eyes. He's not dead? He's now floating back up. Oh, so it's called Extraction. And this is Extraction 2. Okay. So clearly something happened in Extraction to mean that he is invincible? I don't know. Oh, he's talking. He's talking. Let's see what he's got to say. So he was just saying that it was thanks to the fan support that they got an Extraction 2. So that's another nice thing, actually, when you've got a community attached to something like this, and it's actually just, you know, maybe like in the way that sort of certain films when they came out in the cinema didn't have that commercial success, but then they became like cult fan hits, and then that suddenly becomes a much bigger thing, and there's maybe more investment that goes into stuff after that original film. Like, I feel like Netflix has kind of picked up that kind of community. So yeah, I still have no idea what either the first film or the second film was about, but seemingly it looked like he was gonna die at the end of the first one, and then he doesn't. So I presume there's gonna be some sort of, like, it doesn't look sci-fi-y, so I presume there's gonna be some kind of reasonable explanation as to why he didn't die. Let's wait and see, I guess, and or actually watch the first one. Oh, this is cool. So it's a women's action panel, I think they've called it. What have they called it? Yeah, well, they called it action movie panel, but they've basically just pulled in a load of women who have done a lot of action stuff recently. I'm gonna do really badly with names. That girl from like the Dragon Tattoo films, that girl from Game of Thrones, Chris Hemsworth's wife, whose name I want to say is Elsa, Charlize Theron, and some other really awesome women. So sorry, really bad with names. No faces, I know faces, I'm really bad with names. So they are just chatting through like all the work it takes to really train for an action film, some of their favourite stunts, things that have gone well, things that haven't gone well, how they've almost gotten injured. But this is nice, like it's really nice to actually focus on women in action, because even now, women are so often just cast in that role of like, you know, yes, we fight, but we're also the standard eye candy for this film, you know. The draw is usually the big male lead or whatever, so it's really nice to have this focus actually and just see the women kicking ass. I totally just tripped over my fan. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Okay, we're now looking at Bruised, which is apparently Halle Berry's directorial debut. Oh, it's MMA based. Interesting. Oh, she looks quite stressed. Oh, she's starring in it as well. Okay, that's maybe why she looks quite stressed. Wowzers. You can already see how much intense training this must have taken. She looks like uber hench and in shape. And also quite bruised. Appropriate title. Ooh, Arcane League of Legends. So this one is a gaming one that pulls from the League of Legends gaming series. I think it's gonna be animated. Oh yeah, it is. I was like, actually just the front end of the animation they showed was so good. I'm like, is that animated or is that real life? It is animated. Interesting. It's kind of like sort of manga style, but more 3D. More realistic. Interesting. Looks suitably dark though. And everyone has awesome hair. There are some really awesome hair happening here already. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, some good eyebrows as well, actually. Good eyebrows all round. Ooh. Tudum explosion. That was a bit much. It was like tudum, 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 tudum. The tudums are coming to get me. Crazy. Crazy shit. Okay, now we've got the Chestnut Man, which is Danish. And God love the Scandies, they make the creepiest stuff. They're so good at creepy. And I thought this was going to be a murder mystery, but it actually just looks a bit like a horror or a thriller. I think this is just... I've actually had to turn the sound off because I was like, this looks too creepy for me, it looks too creepy. I'm sure it's epic, if you're really into that kind of thing, but yes, so all these chestnut men keep appearing at murder scenes by the look of it. But there's more to it than that, which looks super creepy. The guy just said, there's a bad guy that makes your blood freeze. Yeah. It's the sort of thing I'm not very, oh, they're just like showing these creepy dark shells full of little chestnut men. Like, I'm sure it's massively fascinating. But yeah, I struggle. Or it's the sort of thing I'd have to watch like really early in the morning so that I could just have like clouds and unicorns for the rest of the day. I can't cope, I can't cope. What's next? Oh my god, they're talking about the success of Tiger King. Tiger King was epic. And crazy. Just crazy. Like, as I said, I love a documentary, but it's just so insane that we're all like, what's happening? There's an awesome Tiger King 2! November 17th. They actually had shots of Joe Exotic in jail. I wonder if we're going to get some Carol Baskin. Is that it? That's it? Was that it? Oh, come on. Young, famous, and African. This looks like mental, but in the best way. Just on the outfits alone, I want to watch this. Oh, look at his jacket! And this guy's wearing a crown! They're all so well dressed. Oh, and the sleeves. There are some epic sleeves happening here. Oh, ruffles. Oh my god, he's even got a pocket watch chain. Yes, 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 yes. Young, famous, and African. So next we have something called Cowboy Bebop. Oh, okay, it's based on an anime. Nice, that's usually a good sign. It looks mega 70s. It has John Cho in it. It's also... So it looks really kind of like Starsky and Hutch, but then it also appears to be slightly in outer space. Or a futuristic world where there are spacecraft. Whoa, this woman's hat is amazing. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like part witch hat, part Stetson. And I don't know if what I'm seeing is a trailer or an intro or actual footage of how it looks. Because it's like a graphic novel brought to life, basically. And there's jazz. Jazz. And a corgi. And a Charlie's Angel style pose. Nice. And that's that. Okay. Don't know. Probably worth a look. So now we've got some random bants between Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler. Oh! Okay. It was just going on, and I was like, sure, funny, but why? They are doing a follow-up to their murder mystery film, Murder Mystery 2. Creative. Oh, they keep going like, Umbrella Academy's coming up, Umbrella Academy's coming up, and it still hasn't come up. Come on. Oh, the Stranger Things boys are off. Who have we got now? Oh, we've got Penelope from Bridgerton. Nice. Turns out she's Irish, didn't know that. Okay, now we've got Emily in Paris, which I actually haven't, I keep meaning to get round to it and I haven't. So it looks like there might be more coming of that. There is more coming up, another season. I do enjoy a bit of Lily Collins. Did you watch the first season of Emily in Paris? Let me know, thoughts below. And then they've randomly interspersed The Crown, which they've not mentioned at all yet today, which is unusual actually, because like The Crown was one of the big, like, not like early hits, because Netflix has been around for much longer than that, but like, it was a flagship. It's been a flagship, but yeah, like they've not mentioned it all day until now. And it's Imelda. Imelda is amazing. I've got to say though, I haven't watched The Crown. I have this weird thing that like a lot of the people being dramatised are still alive, and I find that a bit weird, so I don't know. Like normally it would be exactly the sort of thing I would watch, but I don't know. I just haven't been able to bring myself to do it. But I'm led to believe it's great, so... Finally, the Umbrella Academy! So again, I'm going to have to be silent until afterwards, and then I'll catch you up. Okay, so there was a Q&A. They were all filming individually from set, which was great. And you got to find out a little bit about people's characters on set and their favourite bits, blah blah blah. So that was cool. But annoyingly, there was literally nothing about season 3. So I don't know if that's coming up later or if we're just not getting any preview about season 3. That was a bit upsetting actually, but they're obviously like filming it now, but yeah, I thought we'd get a bit more info. That's sad times, sad times. Okay. But now we're on to Army of Thieves, which is a film, I believe. Don't really know much about this either. Oh, it's got Guz Khan in it. I mean, that's gotta be a winner. He's hilarious. Oh, so it's apparently a prequel to Army of the Dead, which I haven't seen because it's in the horror/zombie zone, which, despite me liking the occasional like apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic situation, I kind of feel like zombies are overdone and it's always the same kind of thing. So yeah, I haven't watched that. But I guess just to give you an explanation of what they're saying here, the premise is that they've taken one of the key characters from Army of the Dead and then they've sort of made kind of like an origin story featuring a number of other actors who you would know quite well. This sounds like it could be more interesting than Army of the Dead, but I don't know. But they're having like a mini panel now just discussing how that came about. Okay, so it's mostly a heist film, a little bit like the rebooted Italian Job, but it's kind of making fun of itself based on this trailer that they're showing. It actually looks quite funny, unless they've done that thing where they put all the funny bits in the trailer. I don't know. I think probably one of those ones I'll watch if I'm having a lazy day and I just want to watch something that I don't care that much about initially or have no real expectations of, and then hopefully it turns out to be awesome. But yeah, if heist movies are your thing, that's probably one to watch. And talking of apocalypse, we've got a new film called Don't Look Up, which apparently features Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's, you know, hang on. I was about to do it, I was like, am I going to do it wrong? ELE. Extinction level event. Fail. I ruined it. I'm gonna watch and see what it's about, other than the ELE. The clip looked really good. It actually looked like part disaster movie, part comedy, which is my favourite kind of combination, so I'm definitely up for that. I missed the date. I got so excited I missed the date. I think it might be another December one actually, but yeah, that's something to look forward to. Like the clip was mostly just Jennifer Lawrence, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, Meryl Streep, all basically just having bants in the White Office? No, in the Oval Office of the White House. My grief. Like, clearly it's time for me to go to bed now. I'm getting a bit snoozy. Ooh, Enola Holmes is coming back. That's cool. So we're apparently about to talk to Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill, both of whom were in Enola Holmes. And then we're finally going to get to the Witcher bits. So let's have a look. So they actually didn't say much about Enola Holmes at all. You basically had Millie Bobby Brown, the main other young chap who plays Tewkesbury, and then a tiny bit of Henry Cavill. And they just kind of said hi to each other. They haven't actually started filming yet. So I think they said they were starting filming in 2 days or something. So yeah, it was really weird. They literally just swept past it and then straight into The Witcher. So then we got some clips from the second season of The Witcher, which looks pretty cool, and then jumped straight from there into The Witcher Blood Origin, which is going to be about the origin story of the elves. So I think it's a mini series rather than a full series, but like the showrunner guy who's giving all the commentary is just being so dry and sarcastic about everything that I can't actually figure out what is truth and what is not. There are some obvious untruths to what he's saying, but yeah, he's very, very dry. Oh, we're back to Henry Cavill now. What's Henry got to say? Okay, more previews and a bit of a what's happened so far montage, so this is good. I love this kind of thing. This is going to make me want to play the game all day tomorrow. I completed Witcher 3 with all the expansion packs, and I started then going back to play Witcher 2. And I've got to say, I've been a bit slow on Witcher 2, been distracted by other things. So yeah, maybe tomorrow is going to be a Witcher 2 day. Oh, it looks good. 17th of December though, so another... like, it'll be here before we know it, but it's another wait, so... And that's it, we're done. So... Ooh. Dropping shit all over the place. So, I think it was good. There was a real mixture in terms of where they decided to focus in and where you literally just got 5 seconds of something, and I couldn't quite figure out the rhythm of that at all. There wasn't as much in terms of interviews and sneak previews as I thought there was going to be, so some of it was just kind of looking back at what had come. There were only a couple really of decent Q&As. Then you sort of had that one panel focusing on the women in action movies, which was great, but again there was only one of those. I don't know, mixed bag. Like overall pretty good. Exciting to see some things that are coming up that I was already looking forward to. I was expecting to see some stuff on Shadow and Bone, but there wasn't any of that. And I think most of it, I can't think of anything that came... Oh, actually, maybe one or two things that sort of said coming in 2022, but most of it was stuff that's coming up between now and the end of the year. So, like, that's good. But yeah, I guess they were sort of saying that they've done some of these events in person before, and I guess you kind of get more depth when you're doing it that way, and what they'd really tried to do was squeeze in as much as they could for everyone around the globe. So there have been other sections of this going on earlier in the day where they've like did particular focuses on some of the bigger international genres. But yeah, here they're obviously trying to give everyone a flavour of everything, so I understand why some of it was a bit lighter than expected, but I think perhaps actually, you know what, if they're going to do it like every quarter, it would make sense, and then they could start to maybe focus in on particular things so there was a bit more substance to some of the sections. But if this is only going to be like a once a year sort of scenario, then I think actually they might want to relook at the format, because yeah, it's a little bit something and nothing in certain places. So yeah, enjoyable, but I think a lot of room for improvement there. Also, because I was filming, I wasn't necessarily interacting on the comments or on Twitter. So I guess if you were at the community engagement end, maybe then there was a bit more dialogue going on, or maybe if you had a watch party or something like that. So yeah, maybe that's something I'd look into next time when we're not so, you know, COVID-y. But yeah, overall, a good time was had. I know you've obviously not been able to see any of what I was seeing, but I hope you've enjoyed the reactions. I'm led to believe that sometimes people just like to watch me doing silly things. So I don't mind that. I enjoy being silly, and I really want the rest of the world to be as silly as me. So I do hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you got to be a bit silly too. If you watched any of the live stream, please jump in, give me a shout, let me know what you thought. Would really love to have a chat about some of my favourite programmes, so by all means dive on in. Or even if I mentioned something that I hadn't seen or didn't know much about and that you were a fan of, please jump in and talk to me about that as well. I'd love to learn a bit more. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye!